Alright, welcome to this tutorial. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to take the SD card out of the camera and plug it into your computer. If you don't have a Windows, then you probably don't have an SD card port. So what you probably need is a SD card adapter for your MacBook or whatever other computer you have. So yeah, hopefully we can get that to you. Another thing that you'll need is the SSD, which is the solid state drive where you'll be storing all the footage that you import. So once you have the SD card plugged in, just make sure and check that it's visible on your computer. See, I have my SD card here. I have my SSD here. I'm going to go ahead and open up the SSD, and the SSD that I'll give you will already have a folder for Light City Services. So just go inside here and create a new folder and just name it whatever the past Sunday that you just recorded was. So for this example, the past Sunday that we just did was December 3rd. So I created a folder for that. And once you've done that, you can go into your SD card, which should be EOS Digital. Click on DCIM. Click on 100 EOS R. And just take all the footage, copy it, Control-C or Command-C, and then go back into your SSD, go into Light City Services, go into the folder that you need, and then just paste it in here, Control-V or Command-V. And it will take some time to import, so just be patient and yeah. Okay, so once all your footage uploads into your SSD, it will look something like this. So you'll have all these different file names, and what you want to do is just go ahead and replace them one by one. Make sure they're in the right order. So you know it's in the right order when the last number is smaller than the next one. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's the order that it should be in. And just go ahead and rename them one at a time. And so this one will be part 1. This one will be part 2, this one will be part 3, this one will be part 4, this one will be part 5. Okay, once you do that, it should look something like this. Disregard it. I have a bunch of files in here, but this is the main files. So I renamed them. So this is part 1, this is part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5. So once you've done that, you're going to want to go ahead and open Premiere Pro. All right, once you have Premiere Pro open, go to New Project, and you're going to name it the date. So December 3rd. And then compressed. I've already done this, so I'm gonna add a 2 there and then go ahead and create. Then you wanna go into that folder and select all your different parts that you wanna upload. So part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5. Open it up. All right, once you've uploaded them, just go ahead and click on the first one, hold down Shift, click on the last one, and then just drag it onto your timeline. All right, so it should look something like this. And all you have to do now is set in and out points, and we're gonna export it. So what we're doing right now is basically compressing the files. Because if we go and look at the file here, if we click on right click and go to properties, you'll see that the file is currently 29.2 gigabytes. But once we export it through Premiere Pro, it's gonna compress that big time. So all we're trying to do is save space and to cut down upload times. Because if you were to try and upload that 29, whatever number it was, if you try and upload that to Google Drive, it's going to take forever. So this is important to the process. Don't skip this part. So press I on your keyboard, set your in point, and then press the down arrow key to go to the end of the clip, and press O, set your out point, go to export. And we're just gonna say, we're gonna name it part 1. All right, I have to do part 1_1 because I've already done this. So, but you name it part 1, and you want to create another folder inside this folder called compressed. As you can see here, I have that folder here. So you want to create that folder, and this is where you're gonna save all your compressed files. So go back in here, make sure it says part 1. Make sure you select the folder where it goes. So make sure you select the compressed folder that you just made and save it in there. And then for your preset, you probably don't have this preset already saved to your Premiere Pro. So if you don't have this preset saved, here are the settings that you'll need to set. Go to video, full HD, 1920 by 1080, 29.97, progressive, custom, render at maximum depth, frame interpolation, frame sampling, hardware encoding, high 4.2, 203, VBR pass 1, target bitrate is 20, and that's about it. So we can close this up here and make sure over here it says source in and out and scale to fit. And then you want to send it to the media encoder. Usually when you download Premiere Pro, the media encoder will also be downloaded. If you don't have it for some reason, just go to the Creative Cloud and download it from there. So yeah, go ahead and press this and you're going to send it to media encoder. This will cause media encoder to open. So when I click that, media encoder will open like this. So that's what we're going to do. This is just a quicker way to just export everything at the same time, so we can bulk export. Instead of just exporting clips one at a time, we can just do it all at the same time. So send it to the media encoder and then repeat the process for each of these parts. So part 1, part 3, part 4, part 5. You're just going to set new endpoints. So I press the down arrow key to go to the end of the clip. O, export, name it part 2. Make sure it's going to the right folder. Make sure you use that preset. And if you didn't save the preset the first time we used it, make sure you have those same settings and then go here and press save preset. And then you can use it every single time you're exporting. Make sure you have the right name, the right folder, the right preset, and then also source in and out, scale to fit, send to media encoder. So yeah, just keep repeating that process until you have all of them going to the media encoder. So once you have all the files in here, so you should have part 1 to 5 here, or part 1 to 10, how many clips there are, you want them to all be in here. Once they're all here, you can just press play and then it'll start to export them one after the other. So this will also take time, but once that's completed, we can move on to the next step. Okay, once everything has exported, you should be able to just go into your compress folder and see all your different parts here. So now that that's done, we're gonna go to the shared media drive for Light City. So you wanna make sure that you're logged into your Light City email or whatever email is connected to this drive, because I believe you all have access. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to the drive and share drives. This is the drive that I'm talking about. You should all have access to it. Gonna go to Light City videos, go to 2023, and then all you have to do is create a new folder, put the date. So for me, 12/03/23. So I would go ahead and do that. I've already created the folder. So once you create it, you're going to want to upload everything inside here. File, upload, make sure it's compressed. Make sure you're not exporting the ones that are huge files. Make sure you're going inside your compressed folder and just going ahead, selecting them all and importing them. The last step would just be, once you have uploaded everything to the Google Drive, feel free to just delete these huge files, not the compressed. You can leave the compressed inside the SSD, but yeah, just delete the really huge files here. And that's pretty much all you have to do.